Summon Dragons 2 continues to be one of the best idle games of the year, and with 100 days of playtime, it's no surprise that since our last update, there was a lot I had left to learn. So no stalling, and without further ado, here's what 100 days of Summon Dragons 2 looks like. Just like last time, I'd like to start in the gallery because what a better way to start off this video than showing you my extraordinary Horus. And that's not just me praising his support capabilities. After reaching Immortal 5-star and unlocking Hyper Evolution, the literal next step in their rank is extraordinary. And let me tell ya, it ain't no walk in the park to get there. This game continues to surprise me how much grinding there is to be done. Previously, I was under the impression that level 240 was the max level, and that once your main team of 5 dragons reached it, there would be no more use for the level up materials. It turns out that once you finish that, your next leveling task is to raise every single dragon's max level using Hyper Evolution and to grind another 120 levels. Sure, the first levels are pretty cheap, but it easily gets back in the million XP per level range by 100. For what it's worth, my gallery is looking spot on. I have a ton of immortal dragons, and I've unlocked almost every single dragon in the game. Yes, even one of the SPs, Kali, has been made farmable through the shops, so it's much easier to obtain them now. I can only assume that after rotating in a new SP that Argus will be farmable as well. But despite not having Argus, I think the only other dragon I haven't obtained is Beyond. Anubis remains a top contender for one of the best dragons in the game due to the potential that he has. And he's actually very complementary to my summon team. My Horus is actually fully evolved now, which leads me to my first important point. Do not use these spirit orbs on anything other than a triple S. I remember back whenever I first started, I was just dying to get my main team to Immortal, but it turned out to be a big waste of time. 3-team PvP really seems to be a main feature of this game. Through events in certain areas of the game, you're going to get these dragon spirit cores. Doing so is going to increase Anubis' stats and give you the ability to unlock these potential abilities. Through random circumstances and events, you can get these Halidome crystals. Each Halidome piece has 6 slots, and there's many different rare runestones that you could use to upgrade your dragons. And speaking of upgrading your dragons, let's talk about the equipment for a second. Last time we briefly went over the Guardian's Respite, and I discussed with you how they have the best set bonuses you can get. What I failed to mention, however, is after reaching the hard levels 7 and up, you get these consumables. These stages are really hard, and they start forcing you to use multiple teams. But after obtaining so many pieces, you'll be able to star up a piece of your gear. Tempering your gear adds another star and increases the level of the required consumable for the next tier. One area they've added to alleviate some of the stress of farming these things is the Skybound Odyssey. Here, we get a little gridded map of clouds and 3 dragons that are constantly flying forward. There's this crystallized magic that you'll come across while pathing through, as well as every fight you see, you'll want to tackle those too. I do highly recommend the Halidome Crystal Shard any chance you can, as the bingo tickets lead to a mini-game that is a little hit or miss. It's pretty much your basic bingo board, there isn't too much to explain here, however, there is sort of a problem. The problem is this does consume a lot of your crystallized magic, and I don't think the prizes are really worth it for now. Throughout anything that you could get in the game, I'd say probably the most important thing is these Halidome Crystal Shards. I'll just hold up to 100 summons until my desired triple S comes up in the pity. Then I'll cop a couple copies and be one step closer to my triple team. And that's pretty much it. Every time I think I'm nearing the end of something, it peels back several more layers. Every day is productive and rewarding, and it never feels like you're stuck in an endless loop. But that was 100 days of Summon Dragons 2. Thanks so much for watching, and if you've been playing, let me know how you feel about the game in the comments. But other than that, y'all, that's gonna do it for me today, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.